Hello, YouTube. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the channel. So, as promised, today is going to be another learn do exercise as we go to the irs.gov website to obtain our EIN, in short for Employee Identification Number. This is another thing that you can do on your own, guys, completely and totally free. You go direct to the source, to the IRS, to get your EIN number. So the purpose of this channel is to once again expose the corporate or the business credit so-called gurus and all the services that they charge you thousands of dollars to do when you can actually save yourself that thousands of dollars and use that money to buy equipment or products. If you're in clothing, you can buy yourself some t-shirt blanks, or if you're in hair care, you can go get yourself some, I don't know, eyebrows or eyelashes or even wigs or whatever the case is. You can take that money and leverage that money to go get some product or service or build a website, which you completely and totally need, as opposed to just dumping it into the pockets of the so-called business credit gurus. So, as promised again, we're going to do this learn do exercise. IRS.gov website. It's a very simple process. Anyone can do it. It's not rocket science. I have the faith in you all that you can totally get this done and save yourself some money. So, without further ado, let's proceed to the IRS.gov's website. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, and here we are at the irs.gov website. So very simply, how you get to this website, www.irs.gov. And the purpose that we're here once again is to acquire the EIN number. So if you look on the page here, you see nothing about how to get your EIN number. But in this search bar here, you'll just simply type EIN, hit enter, and here we are. Scroll down to where it says apply for an employer identification number online. So you can get this done online, guys. And once you have completed this process, you will have an EIN number in seconds. Well, as long, however long it takes you to complete this, shouldn't take long. It's very simple. Very simple. And I'm going to take you through all the steps so you know exactly what it is you need to do. The only thing that's going to change here is going to be, of course, the name of your corporation and the corporate address that you'll be using to get these documents mailed out to you. So once you complete this, you'll be able to print your EIN number via PDF in a PDF format. You'll be able to print it out. You'll actually have it for your records. You'll be able to uh, take that into a bank and open a bank account. Okay, so the assumption as we go through this process is that you've already filed your articles of incorporation. You have already completed your statement of information done at the Secretary of State's website in your state, and you are waiting for those documents to be mailed back to you. You do not have to wait until you actually have the documents in hand to acquire your EIN number. As long as you know what your corporate address is, the corporation's name is, then you can go ahead and be proactive and request your EIN number, and you'll have that in hand while you're waiting for those documents to return back to you, filed, stamped with file on the articles of incorporation, and you're waiting for your corporate or your entity number that will be stamped on those documents as well. Okay, so once again, you do not have to wait to have those documents in hand. As long as you have filed them with the Secretary of State in your whatever state you reside in or whatever state you'll be doing business in, you can go ahead and request your EIN number. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. We'll go ahead and click Apply for Employee Identification Number online. You left click that. And step one is to determine your eligibility. So I'm not going to read all these bullet points to you, but you are limited to one EIN per responsible party per day, okay? And the emphasis is per day. So you can only request an EIN, one EIN number, one per day, 5 days in a week. So if you need 5 EINs, you get one Monday, you get one Tuesday, you get one Wednesday, and so on and so forth. On the weekends, forget about it. IRS is closed, and the website will not allow you to request an EIN number, excuse me, over the weekend. Okay? All right, so step 2 is understand the online application. Step 3 is submit your application. I'm not going to go through all these publications, but we will left click apply online now. So as I stated before, once you complete this process, you will be able to print that EIN number right now. Not waiting, right now. You'll have it as soon as you have it printed out. So there is an alert here. Just states that this is the U.S. government system is for authorized use only. So essentially, just hey, don't try no shenanigans here. You know, we're watching. Okay. So we'll go ahead and click left click. Begin application. All right, so legal structure is applying for, what type of legal structure is applying for an EIN? We are a corporation. If you're an LLC, then you would choose limited liability company. We're doing corporations today. So you left click that, make sure it's got a little blue dot in there, left click continue. You have chosen corporations. Read the descriptions below and choose the type for which you are applying. We are applying for a C corporation and not an S corporation. Okay? So, the difference between C and S, here it is right here. The income of an S corporation generally is taxed to the shareholders of the corporation rather than the corporation itself. Emphasis on that. However, an S corporation may still owe tax on certain income. So, as I've stated in my past videos, an S corporation is similar in ways to an LLC, being that it is a pass-through. Okay, but and I want you to check with a tax attorney on this so you can get clarification for yourself, or either a certified public accountant, CPA. Now, what's the difference between the two? A tax attorney has what's called attorney-client privilege. That means any and all conversations that you have with a tax attorney, that tax attorney will hold that conversation close to his or her chest, meaning that you have attorney-client privilege. In short, that tax attorney will not talk. Okay? In the event that litigations happen, that tax attorney will not talk about anything or any conversations that you've had with that person. CPA, completely and totally different. Certified public accountant. All right? So, you can talk to either one. Choice is yours. So, we choose we choose corporation here and not S corporation. And we left click continue. Confirm your selection of a corporation as a type of structure applying for an EIN. What a corporation is? A corporation, here it is again, guys. I've told you, corporation is a legal person. It's not coming from me. It's coming from our 14th Amendment of the Constitution. What it is, a corporation is a person or group of people who establish a legal entity by filing articles of incorporation with the state Secretary of State, granting a certain legal powers, rights, privileges, and liabilities. What it is not, A corporation is not a sole proprietor or a partnership. All right, so you didn't hear from me. This is coming directly from the IRS.gov or the IRS. So we'll left click continue. Here we are. Now we're starting the request of an EIN. We have different reasons that we can request an EIN. Hey, if you've acquired a business, well, just purchase an active business and you can request an EIN for that business. If you're changing the organization type, let's say you were an EIN, or you were an LLC, and you've now elected, hey, we've been listening to these videos, and maybe we need to change the structure of our company from LLC to a corporation. You can completely and totally do that at the Secretary of State's level. So you have to go ahead and make a change there, and there's going to be a fee associated with that. But you'll also have to come back to the IRS and change the status of the EIN that you have. And that's where you would left click changed type of organization. Now, for the sake, and you have hired employees, banking purposes, we'll get into that a little bit later on in later videos, what that stands for, and how you leverage that. But for today's video, we'll left click started a new business, and we'll left click continue. Here we are. Here is where you enter your first and last name. This is not public record, guys, so no need to be concerned here. But what the IRS will do is check your information here. They'll actually confirm if you are a actual person. So you need to have a valid ITIN number or a social security number in order to request an EIN. Okay, so as you see here in blue, this is authenticate. This is where they make sure that you are a legal person, or you are you don't have any tax implications, but they will check your social. So once you have populated this page with the corporation's address, the zip code, the phone number, they can reach you in the event that there's a question or clarification needed for the application. You proceed to the next screen. They validate the address here because this is just a sample address. They cannot find it in the database, so we'll just go ahead and accept as enter. And this is where we enter the legal name of the corporation. So we're going to use our I would subscribe. So once you have populated this page with the corporation's address, the zip code, the phone number, they can reach you in the event that there's a question or clarification needed for the application. You proceed to the next screen. They validate the address here because this is just a sample address. They cannot find it in the database, so we'll just go ahead and. So on this page, this is where we enter the legal name of the corporation. I would subscribe to this Inc. Doing business as. There's no trade name or doing business as, but I will point out here, guys, we'll look at this a little bit further in on later videos, but a corporation can actually request a EIN for DBA, so it can leverage its own EIN to request EINs for DBAs or doing business as. The county where the corporation is formed will be Los Angeles County. The state, of course, sunny Southern California. State where the articles were requested or filed, California. The start date is going to be March year 2022. Accounting month. So a corporation can operate off a fiscal year, which is March to March, for example, or calendar year, which is January to December. We're just going to keep it basic, and we'll choose January to December. Go ahead and left click continue. We have an error here, so we have to choose the accounting month of December. All right, tell us more about the corporation. Does your business only need highway motor vehicles with a gross weight of 55,000 pounds? This is just a management company, not a trucking company, so we click no. Not a gambling or wagering company, no. Uh, Form 720, no. Just starting out. Does a business manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? No, it's just a management company. And do you expect to have any employees? Just starting out? No. Left click continue. And what does the business do? It's not in construction. We'll go ahead and scroll all the way down and we'll left click other because it doesn't do any of these options. We'll left click continue. And we'll go down to the very bottom, and this is where we'll type management of companies. And left click continue. And guys, just like that, we're done. All right, so we'll go ahead and choose receive letter online. Now you will receive a physical copy of this in the mail, which will be mailed to the corporate's address. It will be a letter from the IRS that gives you another copy, and it'll have some additional documents related to the tax ID. But here, once we left click continue. So I want to bid you congratulations. You have just acquired a tax ID or EIN number for your corporation. See how simple it was? And the business credit so-called gurus charge you thousands of dollars for something that it only takes a few minutes of your time and you can do completely and totally free. Take that $1,000 and go buy you some product. Go out and make some money, or take that $1,000 and build a company website, which we'll be going through that as well. Save yourself some money there. But there's more ways that you can really get better use out of that $1,000 as opposed to just freely giving it to the business credit gurus. So I welcome you to like, share, subscribe. And hey, listen, if you want me to form a corporation or a sample corporation in the state that you reside, leave a comment below, and let me know. I'd be more than happy to do so. Hey, I'm a poet, and I guess I'm trying to show it today. But yes, definitely let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and if this was helpful to you, leave a tip. Cashapp at 18 Lucky. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I bid success to you. So I welcome you to like, share, subscribe. And hey, listen, if you want me to form a corporation or a sample corporation in the state that you reside, leave a comment below, and let me know. I'd be more than happy to do so. Hey, I'm a poet, and I guess I'm trying to show it today. But yes, definitely let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and if this was helpful to you, leave a tip. Cashapp at 18 Lucky. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I bid success to you.